लेक्चर इधर है पता है
मेरा है या उसका है? मेरा है 9 पर
ये पता है।
Like nothing new one.
Yes.
Yeah. Want to make it adventurous?
No, I'm very happy with that. Because sometimes adventurous means way too adventurous.
देखो एस्टिमेट का बुक क्या है क्या पता
स्कूल के बीच में कैसे जाऊंगा मैं वो सोचता
in between right nowadays
hey even to Kashmir like other school was all going for him now that is still
you understand it's rational na under his studies
yeah
first of all his parents as well yeah again I got him he's the adolescent parents if you show a little bit of maturity but I have never seen it's okay their family you know
yeah
I started with a new chapter called rocks started this so give me 1 month and go to my motion
yeah
it's almost complete. Then I'm doing my class.
yes
Attendance we have to do.
yeah attendance
There is a PTM you understand, sir?
yes
Your posted slots.
not yet and I forgot to do it yesterday
As you're managing the last,
just check with it.
so that so there's not like that should be which comes once quarterly or after 8 months. In the rocks, where I was rocking,
sedimentary rocks
Yeah.
characteristics done
metamorphic rock we have done. I remember, correct?
yes
We have to do now formation composition water. Next,
the next study is classification on the basis of formation
that we have done.
yes the next classification on the basis of
I remember I've given you some question answers to write. Okay. No. occasionally at that.
It's rocks.
Just tell you the habit and teach you. Yes, sir. You give the one. Rock cycle, I think I was showing that.
Yeah.
But before that, we have metamorphic rocks. I'd ask you to write the characteristics of all the rocks.
Oh, forgot about that.
No, forget it. Come on, start writing this. How did you also say forgetting? Then we'll say rock cycle. So we'll have to study types of metamorphism. Metamorphism. If you forget, we'll give you 15 times.
I will forget.
I don't think so. You do this.
So,
Yes.
like I forgot, like, do I have to write all of them or just
Few, 2 points each. If you find any of the 3 rocks difficult, you let me know. Because unless and until you don't do the characteristics, which we have already done, but I want you to do it on your own. He's not from your same school, is it? Correct, no? Different school.
Yes.
So you know him through UD,
Yes.
not before the
And like, because we are in the
same society.
no,
Then
he lives like, in front, that's a bit ahead of it.
same locality.
I think it's in locality. He lives like, way further away from.
That's
Is that we just became good friends because we are in the same class.
correct. And in UT you regularly meet.
Yes.
And in what do you call it? Math and science, more students are there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel he's more childish, or might be he shows like that. है ना?
Yeah.
ऐसा नहीं है reality ना बंदो childish है. नहीं I'm asking you.
पता है. Because I know like his parents are very lenient with him.
Oh, that is the reason.
I have went to his home as well.
But Chanakini units.
Yeah,
Just they
and and like they are not home with him for a long time now.
so he's alone on this.
He's mostly alone. Like his parents come in at 9 o'clock or something.
Every day they come.
Yeah, they come, but he lives alone for like a long period of time.
So he's always alone. Good. How many points you have written?
The
Sedimentary.
sedimentary is second point.
Igneous, did you write?
Yes, Igneous.
Okay. Then metamorphic shell again.
Yes.
Give me the word. Now, when we are seeing this word characteristics, you remember what we are trying to write? In fact, in my explanation only I might have given, if you remember. Correct? What we can say, the outward appearance, correct?
Yes.
Plus, what we are saying, internal composition. And what is the other word we can say, internal structure. So I think sedimentary and what do you call it? The igneous are quite easy, is it?
Yes.
The metamorphic, shall I? Write down characteristic features of metamorphic, point number 1. इसके बाद एक batholiths, laccoliths वो सब मैं देता हूँ. Yes. That's a classification on the based on origin. Okay. Where are we? Point number 1 under characteristics of metamorphic. Much harder rocks. You write M. M is metamorphic. Much harder and more compact rocks. Much harder and more compact rocks. Much harder and more compact rocks. So what is the keyword? Harder and compact.
Yes.
Than their original form. Now what is the original form? For example, if you want to write there only example, marble formed out of limestone. So which is more harder?
Marble.
There only write in the bracket harder. Marble formed out of limestone is much harder. Second point. Most of them are impermeable. Most of them are impermeable. What is impermeable? Do not allow. I am writing this. Impermeable. Do not allow water to percolate. What is percolate? To get it. Do not allow. So I write the word do not. Correct. Percolate. Do not allow the water to percolate. Third, absence of fossils. Absence of. Why fossils are not there?
Because
Destroyed during its formation. Destroyed हो जाएगा ना?
Yes.
Heat and temperature, correct?
Yes.
Since destroyed during its formation. I'm just writing the keywords, but you write the full word. Sorry. Third, next point.
new minerals, this item, new minerals are formed due to metamorphism, Let me explain about this one. This is because I will be teaching this types of metamorphism. It's very simple. I said sedimentary, it has its own characteristics, correct?
Yes.
Then I say igneous, it has its own character. But I put both the rocks and then I apply a little bit of heat and pressure. They become a new rock. Why am I using the word new rock?
Because it's a different type of rock.
The word is type. Why do you say it is type? The character has changed. The composition has changed. The structure might have changed. I mean, I say you might have studied maybe till 8th standard in schools, is it? Tuitions, maybe, or maybe as you say from your own house. Suddenly you are exposed to UT method of teaching. What is that UT method of teaching? Sir, even in our schools, we do not have a class or a period for 60 minutes. Correct or not?
Yes.
How much? 40
minutes.
उसको तो 10 मिनट ऐसे निकलेगा.
Teachers want it.
फिर बाकी बचा 20 मिनट में क्या करता है?
बाकी वाला 20 मिनट में वो teachers.
They will just teach. Maybe some discipline or issue. Hardly 15 minutes का होगा. Then you feel like when you come from there, sitting here for 60 minutes, well, oh my God, what a class is. But 10th they are understood because they come from the 9th.
Yes.
And then every Sunday you are put to test. So in case Sunday you come to school. Correct?
Yes.
So slowly and steadily you don't know. You are modulated into the method of study which UT is putting in. Maybe after 10th you are very much habituated the way we could study. Which you may not be in your school. Because comparison but I don't understand.
Yes.
So the word metamorphism is the process through which the existing rock structure with its own composition get mixed up with another rock, correct? And brings a new rock.
Okay.
So that is metamorphism. Morphism, change in structure. What is meta? The qualities.
So meta means the body.
I mean, just like before metamorphism took place, it was limestone.
Yes.
What was limestone? Sir, porous, brittle, permeable.
Yes.
Exactly opposite. Marble, very hard, impermeable, shiny, lustrous. मुझे ये सब characteristics तो किसमें नहीं था. So due to metamorphism, it has acquired some new qualities. Understood what is the meaning of the word metamorphism then?
Yes.
Okay. So let's write the heading types of metamorphism. So thermal, dynamic, and raging. I'll explain one by one and then you can write thermal, metamorphism, dynamic, C, raging. I use it based on the name where you understand, sir. ये तो मुझे आता है सर. ये बताने की जरूरत नहीं. At least based on the name, is it? Forget about the.
Okay. Thermal, I guess, and regional. Regional, I'm not sure.
अच्छा, how about thermal?
Thermal, it's heat related.
Correct, correct. Why no pressure are there?
Yeah, might be. There is no pressure.
Then why it is called
like
as thermal?
heat.
If you remember that metamorphic rocks may given either heat or pressure or both. So under this we can say pressure has been removed. So what is only happening? Thermal heat.
Yes, only the high amount of heat.
So then you should ask where is the pressure gone? We do not know where it has gone, but pressure has not made this kind of metamorphism. It's purely based on the internal heat of the Earth's crust. Thermal metamorphism. Now that I use the word dynamic, even I have to. takes place because pressure at a great depth within the Earth's crust. So once they say pressure. Second, chemically active hot gases.
Very active hot gas.
Initially, I said only the pressure. But then the gases are there. I mean, gases तो हमने इधर बोला ही नहीं है बीच में. So even you can see in your chemistry, infusion of a gas into a substance might change the character.
Yes.
So the word dynamic means what? Now and then we have only studied two things: heat and pressure, heat and pressure, heat and pressure. Suddenly dynamism में और कुछ नया आ रहा है. What is the new one?
Yes.
Hot gases.
No.
Are they chemically charged? Yes. So when that rock is forming due to the pressure, these chemical hot gases might have blown over it.
Oh. Okay.
Correct? It's like you are making a muffin. You know what is a muffin?
Yes.
A pancake.
Yeah.
But before you make a pancake, you put some cherries or what is that? Some cashews there. So pancake है, but pancake का ऊपर एक छोटा सा cashew आया. मैंने टेस्ट किया है. सर मैंने extract किया, फिर क्या अपने आप को भी जाएगा. So pancake is made out of heat only.
Yes.
But in between you get small cherries or some blueberries, something you love it. Oh, sir, yeah, correct. So
Yes.
now this dynamic metamorphism is only because of the internal pressure. But when that internal pressure is applied to the existing rock, there are some chemical hot gases acting onto that rock.
Okay.
So something new. Dynamic, you understand? Something new.
Online है ना.
Yeah, only absent. Then second one, when I say, they say under condition of this, minerals get arranged in a series of bands. I will explain that. Now, since the chemical action is there, the chemical composition of that rock try to get arranged in a series of bands. What is that word? Bands. I mean, for example, I said this is the rock structure. Correct. Here is the base. Here you might have some chemicals. Here might you have some, make the shape different. Some more chemicals. Here you will have some other chemicals.
So those are the bands.
Bands. ऐसा नहीं कि एक केमिकल ऊपर क्या वो केमिकल निकल है वो क्या मतलब मिक्सचर है बिल्कुल ही नहीं वन लेयर है तो वही केमिकल है वही मिनरल्स so which is called as foliation. You understanding?
Yes.
So under dynamism we are learning something new from where? Heat and pressure. Heat and pressure तो मालूम है but under dynamism one is the hot gases, second is the arrangement of chemicals within the rock structure.
Okay.
And the last one, as the word says, regional. Now it depends on region to region. I mean, one igneous rocks which is exposed in Himalayas.
Yes.
The same igneous rocks exposed in polar. Do you think the metamorphism will get the same kind of rock?
No.
Why not?
Because the geographic structure.
The climatic conditions, the local condition, region to region. Even that igneous rock which is found in polar and the igneous rocks that found in Asia might not be the same.
Yes.
Both are igneous. Either their composition vary or their structure vary. So automatically when they form, die also will vary. So what is regional here said? Due to mountain building, ignition are buried under the crust. The pressure of overlying rocks and heat cause large scale earth movement. When small areas affected by such a change, this is known as local metamorphism. When that mountain building process is happening,
Yes.
these rocks are crushed under that pressure.
Yeah.
So only that local condition has made this rock has to change. We did not know इधर था क्या pressure था, but pressure तो definitely था because Himalayas के नीचे ये rocks दबा हुआ था. So that is why the local condition means is the regional metamorphism. Is it okay?
Yes.
All the three clear?
Yes.
I'll allow you to read one by one for me. Let me see whether you are able to understand. Read loudly.
Yes.
First is thermal metamorphism.
Thermal metamorphism occurs when the transformation of the original rock takes place due to the influence of high temperature.
Underline transformation of the original rocks. You are going to make sentences of your own. Under this isolation, the transformation of original rocks Still your cold is not clear. What happened?
No, it got worse for some reason.
Be very because this cross infection in your school.
Yeah.
है कोई जरा नसीब वाला है
Ah.
उसको बोलने का खासते समय यार थोड़ा सा तू भी केयरफुल रहे this climate has become
It's not good now.
not real climate कभी weird नहीं बनता है it's unpredictable but I was very sitting casually I didn't even needed to take the jacket for riding my bike suddenly heavy and 10 minutes it was everything मतलब आपने बैठा तो फिर late हो जाए yeah I'm across so this region is almost extreme for me
Oh.
मतलब मैं even खारगर भी इससे पहले पहुंच जाऊंगा खारगर is far from me because I am in the exact Washington station पीछे so then I have to cross the Nerul, Juinagar, Belapur then entire stretch of that like you have got to Khargar there
Yes, yes.
and then for Khargar में घुसने का फिर वो इधर मंदिर से टर्न मारने का फिर अपना बिल्डिंग मानो ना उस तरफ पड़ा है व्यू मारने का सर्कल but there also I reach much early but here that Kobarkina stretch है ना वो entire Balaji takes why is that entire stretch is so messy and nobody listens to anyone
हाँ पता है.
ठीक है और उस दिन तो मुझे last week ही था ना heavy rain oh my god I was early because I didn't have snacks नहीं lunch ही नहीं और थोड़ा जल्दी आएगा तो snacks कर लूंगा वो पूरा टाइम उधर निकल गया right from I think बालाजी सिनेमा से लग गया
बालाजी से नमस्ते.
वहां से जो स्टार्ट किया वो जो अपना फ्लाईओवर के जो राइट
हाँ.
उसके आगे भी नहीं छोड़ ये इधर आके जो वो होटल्स है ना उधर आके थोड़ा सा everyone is honking banking बोला रे कोई तो रुको अरे इतना हेवी ट्रैफिक है एक पुलिस तो आके रुकेगा तो एटलीस्ट नो वन everyone is on their own mercy
पता है. ये अभी जमाना अपने स्कूल के भी उधर बहुत भीड़ होता है तो
अच्छा
भी खबरदार को कंप्लेन करके रखवाया था
कि बच्चों लोग के लिए आने के लिए रास्ता
आने जाने के लिए गाड़ियों को रुकवाओ
एक तो रोड इज ना and on the top nobody is at least ये traffic police to the news दे रहेगा कि at least one traffic है बता तो मैंने last time क्या किया यहाँ से निकल गया I guess better थोड़ा सा दूर है चलेगा ना at least the traffic is moving today evening also I don't want to take any risk better hardly and over then what is that place Bonpur है ना that down
yes.
that local third class area एक बार एक लड़के मतलब ये गाड़ी छोड़ हटे थे और टपोरी काइंड ऑफ पीपल एक तो दे वॉक एज इफ दे आर वो टर्निंग देखा नहीं पूरा पहले बार मुझे आया मतलब उधर जंगल का ये रास्ता है दूसरी बार नहीं यही शॉर्ट रास्ता पता नहीं दिस ब्रांच which I came little bit tricky to come. If I come from that side, there are 101 signals.
Yes.
And Washington for my signal, Ferrari signal.
There are a lot of signals.
Up till here, there is one signal. Chalo. So are you able to frame the sentence? That is sentence number 1. Second point.
And there is only one point.
That's it.
Yes.
Then let us find the next.
Dynamic metamorphism. Dynamic metamorphism occurs when the transformation takes place mainly because of the pressure at the grade.
Underline mainly because of the pressure.
Within the Earth's crust.
ये मैं दे देता हूँ. First one I think easy है ना? Go ahead, read it.
Chemical active hot gases when passing through the rocks change on the chemical
Definitely mess up.
Yes.
Then let us go to the third one. The regional metamorphism.
Yeah. Due to the mountain building process, igneous and sedimentary rocks are.
Do one thing better. Now write thermal metamorphism. That's only one line. Straight away write. Second one I have to. So you keep drinking hot water. Now put some ginger in it. Boil it and then every day soda. Ginger is also very important.
Yes, sir.
Done? I'll give the volume to you. Will you be able to write on your own? Not so sure.
Yeah.
Give it to me. That's better. Now we are into dynamic metamorphosis. Correct? Takes place when the transformation of rocks is due to takes place when the transformation of the rocks is due to high pressure within the Earth's crust. Underline that word high pressure because we are into dynamism, right? There also high pressure within the Earth's crust. Second point under the same heading. City. Something which department doesn't know. Chemically active hot gases also passes through chemically active hot gases also passes through layers of these rocks. Layers of these rocks leading to overall change in their chemical composition, leading to overall change in their chemical composition, leading to overall change in their chemical composition. Underline that word, chemical composition. Next. What is the next point that I've written on the board, which you can? The pressure के नीचे कुछ लिखा है chemical
Chemical series.
और क्या? Now what is found?
The foliation.
But what it is?
It's the
The chemicals arrange themselves in the series of bands. Correct. That is right there. A very simplest point. We are into dynamism, is it?
yes.
So the minerals get arranged. In a series of bands, foliage, series of bands known as foliation. Careful with the spelling, huh? So underline. So there is a chance that the dynamic metamorphism can be separately asked, correct?
Yes.
Because it has a lot of new things.
Yeah.
Example, rocks used in the Taj Mahal. I have to say, the controversy are marbles metamorphized from dolomites. Dolomites. And was it 90? Have you visited at least Taj Mahal?
Yes.
When? Long time.
No.
Two angles.
Huh?
Two angles.
Yeah.
You understand what it is? नहीं मालूम. I understand. Many of the children say, "Sir, I'm नहीं कर गया." मतलब कहते हैं, मैं पास से तो फिर जाए तो हम क्या करें? But I went to these all the foreign countries. मतलब कभी था. It was hardly 5 years. Very fast. Now, when I'm using the word Taj Mahal, many people say it is marble, white, pure white. But that marble itself is a which kind of metamorphism? Dynamic. means dolomite is a rock which we say generally it is an Indian rock only. Not igneous, I think metamorphic. उसमें भी कुछ dynamic changes आया है. Because that rocks which are used in that, if you have, now you go next time, you won't find the rocks anywhere in part of India.
Oh,
Pure milk marble. Have you visited Shirdi?
yes,
I have seen the statue.
yes.
What is the specialty of the statue? उतना time नहीं, because that milky white color of that particular marble, it's marble statue.
Yes.
As if you see him lively, है ना? ऐसा लगता है कि वही बैठा है हमारे लिए.
Yes.
And I don't know whether you understand a little bit of mythology or not. Whenever this natural disaster or calamities comes, normally religious places को हुआ है, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं हुआ, but they say the natural calamity is little bit away from them. But there's a gentleman in the community which I go morning and evening. Next week I'm traveling to that place only for a seminar, international seminar. So they say since there are positive energy, everyone coming praying. So we are creating that. This is a stone statue, only nothing.
Yes.
But lots of positive energies are in and around that place.
Yes.
Like in your house, if you have your mother and father every time, you understood what I'm saying?
Yes.
And there are some other parents who are different kind. There you feel like doing something new.
Yeah.
Correct. Whereas the other, although they might be very rich, although they might be very talented, but the bacha, are you getting why I'm saying? Because the negative vibes they are developing in front of the children. So here what they are saying, even it is a marble only, but that is a metamorphized form of dolomite. So the milky white of that marble cannot be found anywhere. So no doubt that is a specimen. It's one of the buildings. Some people say it is Tejur Mahal. It is not Taj Mahal at all. It was built by a Rajput king, left in half. Or stump वगैरह नहीं था. That minaret and other things were not. That's what they say. We do not know exactly what that means. And even that Qutub Minar, constructed by whom?
By
Qutbuddin Aibak. He was a Iltutmish ka next ruler tha. Mughal ruler. But some people say it was known as Buddhistan. It was up till that 5 or 7 story. ये भाई सबने ऊपर बांध दिया, 13 story कर दिया और अपना नाम रख दिया कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक. तो इसलिए उसका नाम कुतुब मीनार रखा. It's a part and parcel of history. But then every minaret, every building, it has its own. The rocks they have made, the pastings they have done. We don't find now. Now you go to the south, we have a big temple, I think Tanjore, if you heard about. It's constructed by Rajaraja Chola, the Cholan dynasty. I think the main stone which is kept on the Gopuram, that's the particular dome, it's huge. They say it is 5 to 10 tons ke upar hi. But still now the discovery and American and other scientists are developing. Itna bada stone utna upar lekar kaise? No cranes, nothing. Some people say it could have been made a slope-like thing and pushed by what do you call it? Elephants. But elephants भी क्या continuously to be pushed करेंगे ना?
yes.
They are animals. One more thing, the base of that particular huge temple, it is an earthquake shock-proof. दुनिया का कोई भी earthquake आगे नहीं मिलेगा because it is built base से ऊपर बना है इतना heavy temple. And third, you go to any part of the time, the main Gopuram, उसका अभी तक shadow गिरता ही नहीं. Shadow doesn't fall at any time of the day. Whatever might be there, morning, evening, it will not have any shadow. And then the rocks used are so good. आज तक उस temple को painting नहीं किया. और rocks के साथ ही छोड़ दिया. मतलब, are you understanding? So these are something we understand the beauty of the building. And then the Nandi, which is exactly in front of that particular lingam that we should lay, is one of the biggest Nandi in India, one of the biggest. And it is cut from only one rock. As an AK 2-3 rock जोड़ के paste में. एक rock से Chola temple.
Yes.
Rajaraja Chola, and it is called as Brihadishwara temple. So I am giving the example. These stones, where did they come from? How did they cut it? Where it has reached to the top, we do not know. But these are specimens. Correct?
Yes.
So regional metamorphism. Let's go to regional. फिर economic significance है, फिर एक rock cycle है, फिर ये chapter खत्म. Today I finish.
Yes.
ये regular भी तो नहीं है, ये बंदा करता है क्या? गुस्सा भी आता है. And even his parents, as you say, not very.
As I think.
No. Even I'm not going to have a superimposition of the word. अगर ऐसा रहेगा तो at least कुछ तो बोलेगा ना parent जा class में जा. And as you said one line, I understood. In between the school time, they have taken improvement. है ना?
Yes.
You might have missed a school, you might have missed his class.
Yes.
And such things, then we don't say anything. है ना? उनका parent है, उनका कौन. It is the mountain building process. It is the mountain building process. And igneous and sedimentary rocks. And igneous and sedimentary rocks, which are buried deep. Which are buried deep in the earth's crust. Hyphen. It is the overlying pressure and heat resulting into metamorphosis. Overlying pressure and heat resulting into metamorphosis. Underlying overlying heat and pressure.
Yes.
So the conditions prevailing in the region.
It's the continuation.
Next point. ये already बड़ा हो गया. Actually इसको तोड़ना था मुझे. It is the prevailing condition in that region. You write only resulting into capital M. Capital M means metamorphosis. And these kind of rain when I was working in Singapore, I think हफ्ते में 4 दिन heavy rain पड़ता.
Yes.
You visit?
Yes. Singapore is like rains quite a lot. Like we could.
पहला बार गया ना, I was really shocked कि कौन सा country है सारा दिन. But कितना भी rainfall हो, you won't find marshy and वो ये तो वैसे का वैसे ही रहेगा. It is a tropical country. Every day up till I think 2 o'clock it is presumably hot.
Yeah.
And 3-4 बजे तक clouds बनता है. And 5 से 7 बजे तक heavy rain. फिर ऐसा लगेगा भी नहीं rain हुआ है, उतना ही heat है. And if you have seen one building to the another, they have made that what do you call that path. So, because throughout the year it rains. So at least if you want to go down to a shop and other thing, no need to carry umbrellas. At least वो path पकड़ के ही चल. एक building से दूसरा building तक लोगों ने मस्त बनाया है. Roof वगैरह डाल के. हाँ, but अगर वो building छोड़ के दूसरा building cross करना है, across the market, then you need to have an. So I was in a place where the temperature was -8, -9 तक था. All of a sudden, Unicef picked me from Singapore. उधर आके देखा तो temperature साला 34-35 के ऊपर ही रहता था. Then they pulled me to China. Sir, उधर आओ sir. हम लोग बाहर में गए tomorrow. Because I was planning to go to Japan. Because Japan is a lovely country.
Yeah.
But then they said, sir, आपका Indian passport है ना, एक काम करो, India से जाके Japan apply करो. They will pick you up. I was applying directly from Singapore only, and that Japan embassy में गया, मेरा form सब accept हो गया, and वो counselor पकड़ा, फिर मेरे से he was very happy. फिर बोला sir, let me see your passport. उसको लगा मैं सिंगापुरियन हूँ.
Wow.
Let's say you are Indian passport. I mean, so what? I am Indian. Oh my God, I can't accept the application. So, तो बहुत खुश है ना मेरा काम करने. I am very happy, but you can't travel from here. You go to India to apply. I will lay to lay. No, sir, it is not allowed. Because Japan, I'll tell you the name of the place. It is as good as like Alaska. बोलते हैं कि snowfall है.
Yeah, it's I think
I mean,
Kyoto.
you know, ये सिंगापुर में बहुत तारीफ करता है. तो उधर बहुत अच्छा है. Japan is a
Singapore
lovely.
is very good. Japan is very good, yes.
But the problem है कि the language again.
Yeah, they're like hardcore Japanese speakers. They won't.
मुझे लगा at least 6 महीने का भी contract मिल जाता है. I will say many Europeans come to that place in Japan. I don't know that
Yes,
it is
yes,
a timing thing only. तो देखिए snowfall, skiing, and वो सब flowers कुछ अलग ही है. और यार इतना ही लोग तारीफ कर रहे हैं सारा जापानीज को जापान को. तो मेरे लिए तो नजदीक है. सिंगापुर, मलेशिया, इंडोनेशिया, Jakarta, everything is close. And Singapore currency is much higher value than the Japanese currency.
Yes.
Yuan or yen, Japanese.
It's in.
Yen. बोला यार एक बार स्टैम्प लग जाता मैं उतरी बात. Okay, let us come to the prevailing conditions in that region leads to regional metamorphism. Semicolon, dot and comma. But the same condition in a smaller area. Same conditions in a smaller area. Hyphen known as local metamorphism. समझा? Local क्यों बोलता है?
Yes.
क्योंकि वो छोटा एरिया है बस उतना. Example. Many metallic minerals. Inside the bracket you write gold and silver. Many metallic minerals, gold and silver, are found in the metamorphic rocks. Now let me put that small structure of the diagram. It was a difficult there. I'll show you simpler. So put the heading log cycle. Usually for diagram. Last year also done this. Hey, you remember last video I was showing cycle, मतलब ये और वो मतलब rock कभी मिटता नहीं है. उतना तो बनकर तुरंत rock ही बनता है.
Yes. They're all cycle. Right?
Yeah, that is what we are doing. पहले डायग्राम बताऊं या वीडियो करना? सबसे अच्छा मिशन सभी यही है.
Probably.
है ना? और इनको गाइड करना है. It is important.
Yeah.
I have 2-3 friends who are close to 55. And I'm maybe touch my head.
And the life cycle basically illustrates how the igneous plus can become a metamorphic life, or a metamorphic life can become sedimentary life. The sedimentary life can become igneous life. So I'll break it down step by step so you know what's going on with the life cycle. So let's get so we have three major types of life for the life cycle. We have the igneous, which are born in fire. So I'm going to use this fire, fire. And then you have sedimentary that is born, many of them come from sediment.
What's the general fire?
Yes, igneous related to
Create with the matter called where
Weathering, erosion, deposition, compaction and cementation.
stability. Like that.
भाई सब ने voting वगैरह किया था उसका नहीं में.
And then
In foreign country they do not have anything. कोई भी पुलिस में dot लगा देते हैं voting. India में ये कर रहा है.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's see how does a sedimentary rock become an igneous rock? And I'm going to use this color on purpose because it requires heat.
and pressure.
and it actually melts. Now, igneous rocks can be inclusive or exclusive. If it melts, if it cools on the surface, it's exclusive. If it's cooling inside the surface, it's inclusive. So how about a sedimentary rock on a metamorphic rock? Well, I'm going to give it different.
As it gets explained, it's really good.
It's going to be heat. And since it gets a heat, it's going
The next book of
to yes.
and then
Now,
rates,
how about
and then explain.
a igneous rock?
Quite okay.
Yes. Really gives a lot of flexibility.
We use what we do.
That is WEDC you were saying, weathering, erosion,
Yes.
deposition, compaction and cementation. Oldman's explanations, let's proceed with a new.
Now, when they're multiplied, and become igneous rock, it is so
That's quite a good one, but I feel. Nice.
Okay, give me 1 second. Now, this is the nature of the rock system. So no rock remains the same with time, pressure, and other natural forces.
And every rock changes into another. I cannot say, yeah, 100 years from now, 80 years.
So the reason is because they
Can't-
are more.
From towering mountains to rocky
In this video, we're going to read about
You copy down this. You write first igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks, and sedimentary rocks. Remember, easy way.
rocks.
Melting cooling करने का, फिर only melting करने का. Only you make igneous rocks, एक जोड़ा box बना ले, then make sedimentary rocks here, and then make metamorphic rocks here. How to show बना? Then the arrow marks I will show you.
Yes.
How to pick up. मुझे थोड़ा भारी में can explain it so easy. First igneous, right hand side sedimentary. Then to the left hand side you make
Yes.
done.
Yes.
Now let me explain in a very simple manner. Listen. Now this igneous rocks, due to weathering it becomes sediments.
Yes.
And that sediments due to composition and cementation become.
The sedimentary rocks.
And when the sedimentary rocks are exposed to heat and pressure, they become.
The metamorphic rocks.
Again, igneous rocks exposed to heat and pressure.
Metamorphic.
And if this is weathering, it becomes.
Sediments.
And again in this circle.
Oh.
It can't get. First you make a small sediments like dot dot one.
Yes.
In between your igneous and sedimentary. Right? Yes. Why a pen? You don't have a pencil. I will don't use. I will now do the pen. Now you understood? Now you make an arrow to the sediments and then you write weathering and erosion. To the sediments. Then you write what do you call it? Weathering and erosion.
Yes.
Then connect the sediments with that of the sedimentary rocks, and then you write composition and cementation. Same diagram example of it's easy. Rock cycle. And composition. Then from sedimentary rocks, you could connect the metamorphic rocks and ये तो मालूम है तुझे, heat and pressure. इधर मैग्मा लिख रहा हूँ. Okay, done until here.
Yes.
I am not taking you to metamorphic to what do you call it, igneous. I am just disconnecting from here. You see, ये part को मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Then you put an arrow with a red pen or any other pencil like heat and pressure. It changes to metamorphic, correct?
Yes.
Sediment, igneous rocks change to metamorphic when heat and pressure is applied. Hopefully your exam teacher understands quickly what you are trying to do.
No, I should do. She loves diagrams.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because geology may have also.
Yeah.
Then that same metamorphic rocks, you write weathering and erosion, sediments. Still over sedimentary rock management. Now check with me, is this right hand side cycle clear to you? अच्छे से study कर लो. पहले क्या डालना है? Igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic.
Yes.
Then in between what I made you to mark sediments. And then what I made you to connect igneous and sediments.
Yes, weathering and erosion.
Then sediments and sedimentary.
Yes.
What did I made you to mark?
Composition and cementation.
Then how you connect sedimentary to metamorphic?
Heat and pressure.
Also clear.
Yes.
Then how are we connecting metamorphic to igneous?
Heat and pressure.
Very good. Then how are we connecting metamorphic to sediments?
Weathering and erosion.
Absolutely clear. Nothing doubt at all. Now then, अभी ये थोड़ा सा कुछ नया है. Now this metamorphic rocks, if it wants to become a igneous or igneous rocks become a metamorphic rocks, now we have this melting part.
Yes.
When this is melted and it is a part of what magma, on cooling it becomes igneous rock.
Okay.
This arrow is like this. And if the same igneous rocks is melted by magma, it might go into the metamorphic also.
Okay.
So here this is this cycle. You see?
Yes.
So you make first arrow right melting and then you write melt होते ही वो क्या बनेगा? Magma. On cooling it becomes igneous. Only make that first. ऐसे देख किसी को बोलेगा समझता तो क्या समझेगा? Better than that old man's diagram.
Yeah.
The columns chapel.
And then connected with the certificate.
Yes, directly for melting. Igneous rocks when melts, it becomes magma. Then the last arrow. So rock cycle is complete. Bas, khatam. Abhi let me see so I'll give a short note on what is rock cycle. Now you write point number 1. Rocks undergo cyclic transformation. Rocks undergo cyclic transformation. Cyclic, CY. That is a cycle, na? Cyclic order. Cycle को लोग ने cyclic करना है. Transformation. Continuous process from old rocks into new rocks. Next point. This continuous process is known as next point.
Yes.
I mean, if sometimes they ask you what is a rock, I will start with the third point. The igneous rock formed out of cooling and solidification of magma. And therefore, you look at the diagram when you are writing, you will perfectly understand. Cooling and solidification of molten magma. are descended and eroded. या वरना जो उधर लिखा है ना वो भी लिख सकता है weathered and erosion. अभी disintegrated and eroded to form sediments. Circle the word sediments or underline the word sediments. Next. These sediments. Next point. On cementation and overlying rock structures accumulates over one another in layers, accumulates over one another in layers. Underlining layers. Next. So the process of compaction and cementation. Compaction and cementation leads to formation of which rocks?
Sedimentary rock.
Yeah, very good. Leads to the formation of sedimentary rocks. The next point. Okay.
Yes.
So always link the diagram and this will become easy. Next. Further, if you are further, these sediments, these sedimentary rocks, not sedimentary rocks, undergoing heat and
Yes.
undergoing heat and pressure. अभी क्या बोलेगा? Transforms into. Very good. That's the answer. Next. अभी हम लोग ने दो कनेक्ट कर लिया igneous and sedimentary and metamorphic. अभी metamorphic तो दोबारा किधर लेके जाने? Igneous को लेके जाने.
Yes.
Correct. Now these metamorphic rocks through the melting process or through melting process hyphen magma on cooling है ना becomes which rock? Igneous rocks. Next point. Hence, the rock cycle is complete. Hence, the rock cycle is complete. Understand?
Yes.
So only 2 points are left. One is that laccoliths and batholiths.
Yes.
And chota points when we will meet in the next lecture. And what all the questions you need to solve? I'll tell you right page number. And you only tell me and don't take it lightly. Solve करना पड़ेगा.
Yes, sir.
How many questions you can solve on your own?
Worksheet, right?
Yes. What else solve?
Yes.
How many? So except the last two questions.
Yeah,
Correct?
except the last,
Are you ready to solve?
actually the last three.
Approximately 5 questions, I think.
Yes.
In the next week. Bye.